I was given the gift of shaping. For some strange reason, I was able to be into three-dimensional. When I was in grammar school, they would always ask that same question. Well, what are you going to be when you grow up? I always answered the same question every single time, an artist. And that's all I ever wanted to be in life. I was very, very fortunate that I was able to find something that I really loved doing and pursued it. I had an opportunity to live anywhere in Chicago because my artwork got to that level. But I figured, why? Sure, it wasn't the most comfortable, the most nicest place to grow up in, but this is where our roots were. Because I remember a lot of my friends from Mexico and Puerto Rico, they would say, well, when I retire, I'm going home. I would look around and I would look at my neighbor and I say, I am home, where am I going? South Chicago is vibrant with color, art, music, and this, but it's underground. See, we have such an extensive collection of young artists in our community that is unbelievable. What happens here in our community is, first of all, we have to never give up. The most important thing is never give up what you're doing. But slowly we have to show through example on what we're doing, because the world knows what we're doing. It's how do we get our community to be part of this movement.
Roman's taught me having a good work ethic and just to know that it's a long road ahead, and if you're in it for life, you know, and you're about it, then you'll have success no matter what.
Definitely see Roman as a mentor. He taught me one of the best lessons ever. If you're about this stuff, if you're really real about your art, put your art first, then you really can't go wrong.
He's an awesome friend, awesome person in general, but man, it's like literally working with a legend like Michael Jordan's right next to me, you know? Having someone like that, of that caliber right next to me, it only pushes me and makes me know that I can keep going.
The important thing about being an artist is no matter what happens, you're creating. I was more concentrated in the sculpture, because that's where I had my passion. But as an artist, you have to experiment with all the media as you develop. And then when you're an outside artist, which is very important, you have to experiment. It's part of the procedure of getting from point A to B. A Chicano artist is like an urban artist. We're like anthropologists. What it is what we're doing is we're showing the world what happened at this point in our lives. We automatically, by ourselves, without anybody telling us, congregate together, share our experience, and then we start spreading. That's how I landed up doing The Mermaid on the lakefront. I was working with a Mexican artist, Jose Moreno, and two other artists, Fred Arroyo and Ed Fukunchinga. So we went on the lakefront, we picked out a piece of rock, we sketched it out, and we decided, okay, well, this day we're gonna do it. When we get ready to do the actual thing, we needed a model. My daughter, being a typical teenager, I go up to her and I go, never mind. And she goes, what? You can't do it. Do what? Well, yes, I can. No, you can't. That's how we got her to pose. And she became part of art history. And what a story The Mermaid was. At first, everybody thought it was from the turn of the century because we never left our mark. Nobody knew nothing about it except till they discovered that it was us. And we used to call it guerrilla. You know, in other words, guerrilla art meant that you don't ask nobody for nothing, you just do it because the passion, for the sake of the arts, and this is what we were doing. You never stop learning. I mean, even to this day, I'm still experimenting, still playing with colors and doing this, and you feel this sense of surprise when you finish a project. Wow, you know, because you can work with anything. I'm having a great time just creating, which is what was given to me.
Starting tomorrow through Sunday, Roman's 9-3 Studios is hosting Steel City Jam. Over 100 artists are coming to paint the walls in the surrounding area during this family-friendly event.